Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. We're going through a transition here from 2021 to 2022. So I'm saying, what are we kind of shaking off? What are we leaving behind? What lessons have we learned? And what are we opening up to going forward? A lot of people are opening up the heart space in this set of readings. Your energy, as soon as I moved into Aquarius energy, I have this like little wry smile, W-R-Y, like this little cheeky smile. You came through with a really cheeky energy last time, I remember, like Joey Tribbiani. I don't know what we're going to get for you. The song that's randomized for you, though, is very different. Very, very different to the energy that I'm picking up on you for you. And I'm going to admit that. It's The Sound of Silence. It's the Gemma Johnson cover. The J could be significant. There's alliteration. Sound of Silence, Gemma Johnson, SSJJ. So that could be something for you. Alliteration could be a thing for you at the moment. I don't know why. I'm also seeing 4/4. It's 1:44 on the timestamp. That song is 4 minutes and 4 seconds long. So 44, Sound of Silence, Gemma Johnson. There's a lot of doubling. So doubling. It feels like a spillover for Capricorn's reading, because Capricorn had this kind of like the sound of silence is like silence doesn't make a sound, but it does. So they had this whole energy of like being high priestess energy, like love is all around, like sensing stuff but not saying stuff. So it feels like a tipping over from Cappy's reading, but we'll see. So hello darkness, my old friend, I've come to talk to you again. Like a vision slowly creeping, made its bed as we were peeping. I can't remember the words, okay? It's a very famous song. I can sing along to it, but now I'm trying to recall the words. It's coming out silly. So, hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk to you again. It is Friday. Ooh. It's like Capricorn's coming in and speaking into the darkness. Maybe Aquarius is hearing it. Right, what's going on? What's going on? Aquarius. Oh, they want this deck. Okay, you're a bit special, Aquarius, because you're getting the Oracle, the Enchanted Map Oracle. So what do you have for Aquarius? Hello darkness, my old friend. Sounds of Silence. Like a vision slowly creeping. Maybe you do. Maybe some of you do play around with like scrying, or being in the dark and seeing what you get through like third eye. Maybe you do see visions, commitments, star energy there, and education. 36, 35, a bit of a countdown. Wizard of Awareness. Really interesting. Okay, could be connected to a Libra. Libra had this thing about connecting with this kind of I'm Libra. I did a reading off camera, and it was all about sort of connecting with this almost like a spirit guide, or this kind of shamanic energy, this spiritual teacher kind of thing. And there was a lot of cards in there about education and learning. So I got this card, the education card, I got the world card, I got the Hierophant card. So a commitment to learning, a commitment to education, a commitment to learning more about spiritual awareness. I feel like this is a common thread through the later 6 signs of the tarot this season. Why am I saying this season? So just noticing the 3 as well, but there's 2 hands here. This little fairy energy as well that popped up in Capricorn's reading, being like, come and play with me. And it's like, I don't have time to play, you know. Friday is the day that I'm going to play with you. The education card talks about being open to learning. There's an opportunity for you right now to learn something. It could be learning about spirituality. Then the commitment card here too. There is a key and a lock on this, and it's the star. So there's something about perhaps unlocking your star potential, unlocking your heart, unlocking your healing ability in some sort of way. Right. I'm getting told not to split them. Commitment to education, a commitment to higher education, a commitment to educating your children, a commitment to I'm getting Madonna. I am the lock and you are the key, right? I am the lock and you are the key. Open your heart to me. It's funny because I was channeling Rescue Me as I was going to sleep last night, the Madonna song Rescue Me. Your love has given me hope, rescue me, I'm drowning, baby, throw out your rope. love and understanding. It's hard to believe love can be so demanding. I'm sending out an SOS. Stop me from drowning, baby. I'll do the rest. Yeah, it just kept on coming through last night. Oh, here you are. Here you are, Aquarius. Think on your feet. Fox spirit. The fox has been coming through as very untrustworthy recently. I've not liked the fox when I've been seeing the fox. So just as a bit of a heads up, sometimes the fox spirit comes through, kind of Gemini Aquarius energy. It's very, very clever. It's kind of like a Seven of Swords energy. So if you know that card in the tarot, it talks about taking the swords off a battlefield so they can't be used to injure anyone the next day. So it does talk about being deceptive, but for me, it's not always anything that's negative, right? There's a lot of reasons why people have to be secretive. There's a lot of reasons why people have to be little bit cloak and dagger, right? Sometimes it's for the greater good. But that fox spirit, you saw how it came out in the reverse. The fox has been naughty for me for the past few weeks. I've not liked the foxes. So armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries. Okay. Set healthy boundaries. The armadillo, crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside. Armadillo. Soft on the inside, think on your feet in reverse. I'm going to read the fox card because it has come out in reverse, and the energy of the fox has not been good. I've not liked it. Sometimes I love it. It's because I'm an air sign, right? It's clever, and I appreciate clever. If you think about like Fantastic Mr. Fox, like I like the cunning plan. To me, it's like I often like the kind of the bad guys in the movies because they're clever. You know, it's like, oh, they're so clever, and that's attractive to me. But it can easily fall into a self-serving, deceptive energy. So I'm gonna see. And now, just to say, I'm not saying this is you. I am not saying this is you. It could be energy around you, like your commitment is being tested. Energy, set healthy boundaries. Yes, your commitment's being tested, set healthy boundaries. What is the fox in reverse? 27. I don't like it. I'm going to be honest. I'm getting really bad energy off the fox right now. Are you camouflaging yourself to avoid intimacy? Oh my God, Aquarius. Have I ever read anything that was more Aquarius? What did I say? You're soft on the inside, right? Crunchy on the outside. So it's so funny to me because I'm getting quite good at spotting Aquarian females. Because they scare me. They scare them. I always think they hate me. I can think of a couple of examples of Aquariuses who I've worked with, and they give off these, it's like resting bitch face vibes. They just, like, when I first meet them, when I don't know them, I always think they really hate me. They probably do. They really hate me. What have I done? Like, why don't they like me? Like, they scare me. I don't know how to take them. And then as I get to know them, they turn into these wonderfully warm, intelligent, bubbly, funny, wonderful people. So it's like getting under, it's funny, I saw like a sea anemone or a sea urchin at one point, and it was like having to get past the prickly exterior and into the soft, warm, protective interior. It's very Cancerian energy. I don't know if you're dealing with a Cancer or you've got Cancer in your chart, but yeah, it came through with this prickly energy, and like, but inside it was protective and warm and safe. So open your heart, Aquarius. I think you're getting told to open your heart, unlock your heart, right? So why is the fox spirit in reverse? I don't know. Let's read. One sentence and I'm waffling. Are you camouflaging yourself to avoid intimacy, Aquarius? Typical Aquarius energy. Perhaps you're being too clever for your own good and playing games to protect yourself, Armadillo, right? Playing games to protect yourself, being dishonest with yourself or others can become isolating and create obstacles to true connection. But you like that. Like, that's so Aquarian. It's so Aquarius to do that. Like, being tricky with your energy, being elusive, being a bit cold, being a bit standoffish. That is typical, like, what people say about Aquarius. Fox spirit calls you to be attuned to, sorry, I'm being reminded, my daughter's got Aquarius in, is she Aquarius Venus or Aquarius Mercury? It's one of the signs, it's one of the placements to do with how you interact with other people. She's very, very clever, but she's very, I don't need anyone. I'm cold, like friendships, you know, like, and she's not like that. She loves her friends. She cares very deeply. She's very, actually very protective over her friends. But she's yeah, she's got this kind of like, they're showing me like a sharp knife. Like she's got the energy of like a sharp knife of like, I will cut you out if you cross me, I will cut you out. She's very kind of like very tough with the way that she loves and the way she makes friends. But she's wonderful and she's funny and she's warm and, excuse me a second. What? She's here. I thought she heard me talking about her. No, I was saying nice things about you. Was your left ear itching?
No.
I'm talking about your Aquarius placements.
I don't have any.
You do. You're like, is it like Mars or Venus? You definitely.
I don't think I have.
You do. You definitely do. Because I remember talking to you about how it's how you make friends, and it's like, you're just like, I'm independent. Don't hold me down. Like, she's got the energy of a cat making friends. She's like, claws out. I will rip your face off, but I'll also protect you. Like, once you remain in a circle.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna pause again. Hold on. Yeah, so she's funny. I haven't got an Aquarius placement. You have. I'm gonna go and find it and prove it later. Yeah, she's wonderful. But she can be very sharp sometimes and a little bit scary, and that's to me the Aquarius energy. You are called to use your fox spirit beneficially rather than in ways that keep you from experiencing what you want. So, are you self-sabotaging? Are you self-sabotaging in terms of your own love and your own friendships and your own connections with other people? It's like, I don't feel anything. That self-sabotaging energy of Aquarius being like, I don't feel anything. I do it too because I'm Libra, right? Queen of Swords energy, where it's like you feel something and you have to analyze it. You feel something and then you have to process it. What does this mean? Like, I feel something. Oh my God, I feel, ew, yuck feelings. Like, what does this mean to me? I've got Cancer North Node as well, so I'm very, yuck feelings. But again, Libra's whole process and my whole process with having Cancerian North Node is having to lean into feelings, having to understand the benefit of being a messy human with stupid emotions that don't make sense. It's like that actually can be hugely beneficial, and that's what Cancerian energy has been teaching me. So it's funny I'm talking about Cancer here. I remember having to say something nice about a certain group, right, that I interact with. I had to say something nice about them. Had to. I see my language. I had to say something nice about them. And as much as I love these people, and as much as like the relationship with them means so much to me, and like, I don't know, it's so valuable to me, and like it means so much. I can't say it. It's like, ew. Like, I remember using like the vomit emoji and stuff after saying something nice. It's like, I don't know, air sign energy, having to show their emotions. It doesn't come easily. Perhaps right now you are realizing that a situation is trickier than it appears on the surface, and you're afraid to make a move in case it turns out to be a mistake. Fox Spirit is here to remind you that when you're in alignment with the Great Spirit, the answers and solutions can come quickly and you can trust them. Don't overthink a situation. As a Libra, I'm taking that on board as well, right? Don't overthink a situation. Do you know you're an air sign? A lot of Aquarians think they're water signs. No, that's why you're so scary. You're a sword-like air sign. Solutions can come quickly and you can trust them. Don't overthink a situation in order to avoid the challenge of facing a difficult truth. Fox Spirit's creative nature will always be there to guide you and to help you move quickly into better circumstances. Yeah, 100%. The armadillo, crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside. Set healthy boundaries and commitment. Open your heart to me, unlock your heart. You're self-sabotaging something in terms of your own emotions. You're not allowing yourself to feel something. I want to say healthy boundaries. A lot of the time when I'm talking about healthy boundaries in tarot, it's because people are being too open with their emotions, too open with the heart. They're being too vulnerable, and it's like you need to be Queen of Swords, right? You need to draw those boundaries. You need to draw a line in the sand about what is acceptable and what isn't acceptable. I almost feel like you've swung the pendulum in the other direction, where you've gone full Queen of Swords in reverse, where you've been too Ice Queen, too tough, too protective, too hard. Right, you've overanalyzed something emotionally. So self-sabotaging something in terms of emotions because your boundaries are too strong, right? You're too defensive about something, I want to say. Tell me about setting healthy boundaries. You're working on it. This is something you're working on. This is something you're figuring out. This is something you're turning into a lesson. You're utilizing it. And again, the Eight of Earth can talk about how when we feel something, when we have emotions, we can turn it into a beautiful piece of art. So perhaps you are musicians, you're writers, perhaps you're using your feelings and turning it into some kind of creative thing. Yeah, done with that. Education. Education for Aquarius, please. What is education for Aquarius? You're being taught something. You had this in your last reading as well, where it's like you had some kind of connection in your life that had opened up a different. Funny about this lock and key. It like unlocked a new character for you. It was unlocking a new part of yourself that you were kind of exploring. And I remember saying, sometimes we can have inconvenient feelings for people. Sometimes we can develop a crush on somebody, or we can, develop feelings for somebody where it's not appropriate. Perhaps somebody's already in a commitment. And then it's like, well, what does this mean? Why has Spirit brought this to me? Why do I have feelings for this person? What's going on here? Like with these inconvenient emotions. And you're being told, don't self-sabotage. Don't treat this as something that's unwanted. It's a gift from the universe because it's educating you about a part of yourself that perhaps you've shelved for a while. So I'm getting that same kind of energy through with this reading. Education. Education, please. Life is a mystery. What is it with Madonna songs? That's 3 Madonna songs now. Life is a mystery. Everyone must stand alone. I hear you call my name and it feels like home. That's so funny with what I was about to say, because sometimes you can feel I don't know if you're linking with a Capricorn, because I was saying in Capricorn's reading, you feel like home to me, you feel like Christmas. Now I'm getting Gwen Stefani songs, right? You feel like home to me, you make it feel like Christmas. So I don't know, maybe somebody has that look. If you think of like Gwen Stefani, if you recall their image to your mind, Gwen Stefani and Madonna have a very similar look. It's like Lady Gaga as well, like the icy blonde with like the red lipstick. Maybe that is your look, maybe that's your thing. Life is a mystery. Let spirit be your guide. So you're opening up here spiritually to understanding that everything's brought to you. I'm on 2 paths at once, sorry. Understanding that everything's brought to you as some kind of lesson. Again, with this little fairy spirit here coming out of the book. It's like we're constantly developing as human beings, and sometimes we can be very, very focused on maxing out a certain skill. It's funny that it's coming through like that, where it's like, I'm really focused on my career right now. I'm really focused on this specific hobby. I'm really focused on earning enough money, or reaching a certain career level, or, there's different parts of our character that come forward at different times. If you think about how the Emperor or the Empress work in the tarot, the Emperor is all 4 kings, the Empress is all 4 queens. Ideally, we'd be a mix of both. We'd be yin-yang, we'd be Emperor and Empress. But what that means is that different parts of our personality are utilised at different points in our lives, or in different situations. So you may find you fall into King or Queen of Pentacles energy quite a lot, where you're focused on career, on money, on finances, on skills, where perhaps the Cups energy kind of gets a bit underutilized, where perhaps or the Wands energy, so that kind of all work and no play energy, where it's like you've been so focused on practical things that perhaps that part of yourself that wants to have fun, or that part of yourself that wants to be emotional and experience that kind of very human, messy, emotional part of ourselves, has kind of been put on hold. So the universe brings us things when we have perhaps stagnated into a certain pattern in our lives, where we've got a little bit comfortable with one of those aspects. The universe throws in a bit of a curveball. They're showing me fishing. They're showing me like throwing a curveball. Perhaps somebody plays like baseball, or like rounders or cricket or something, throwing a curveball. But they're showing me fishing, like a fishing hook. So it's like the universe will throw something into our path where it's like, well, okay, let's see how they juggle this. What are they going to do with this when we throw them this? So it's like, it's not anything bad. Like, nothing is ever bad, and there's nothing good or bad but think it makes it so. It's just how how we utilize that. So the universe is like, they're doing pretty well with that. They're getting a bit stagnant. Let's see what they do with this when we throw this in the mix. So it's like they're showing me like introducing a new fish to the pool, or like a new fish to the aquarium. So I'm almost like Finding Nemo, and everybody's like, what is this fish? Like, whoa, what are you? So yes, am I done with that? Yeah, I guess they don't want me to say what I was going to say about the other thing. Just sometimes we can feel, again, I've been watching The Matrix. I've never watched those movies before. I only kind of know the memes, right? The memes that show up on social media. I've never actually watched them. But with the new one coming out, I was like, I really want to watch all 3 of the original movies and then watch this new movie. It like looks interesting to me. So this energy of like fate versus autonomy, or destiny versus autonomy, which is really interesting because I covered this when I was doing classics. With that, you feel like home to me, like this fated energy of I know this person's in my life for a reason. I know that this connection isn't an ordinary connection. You know, I feel like this person's my destiny in some sort of way. So again, like that's a very you know, like if you think about Neo and Trinity, that kind of you know, Trinity had been to the Oracle and she'd been told certain things about love and Neo and what that meant, but not being able to see past a certain point. So it's like feeling like the universe has brought you to a certain situation, or a person into your situation, or like a certain like event that you know is for you. It's like this weird feeling of knowing that something's for you, knowing that there's some kind of destiny at play here, like whether this person's part of your soul family or something, but they're not really understanding why or what to do with this, like what's the purpose of this. So it's like maybe you've received some sort of oracle and you're like, but how does this play out, right? Life is a mystery, let spirit be your guide. Just going into, and it can be hard for sword energy, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, or somebody with a lot of air in the chart to not intellectualize something that's spiritual. We are the thinkers of the zodiac. We are the strategists with a you know, we need the scientific evidence for this. That's very Aquarius as well. I need the scientific evidence for this. But I want to say you're also the star men of the, or star women, or star people of the tarot. For me, you're that kind of David Bowie starman energy of being a little bit spiritual, a bit quirky, having your own path, right? That is perhaps very against the grain with other people. Where am I going with this? Oh, fate versus autonomy. If you look at the I always pronounce it wrong, I'm sorry, the Aeneid, Aenied, right? Aeneid, which I have a degree in and I still can't pronounce it because I'm an idiot. That and the Odyssey and all these kind of epics from Greece and Rome, they do deal with this thing about what is fate and how much autonomy does a person have. And I want to say there's often fated events, there's often like bullet points, like pins in the map that are fated, that are part of that person's destiny, that are unavoidable, and we can either go with that, we can either trust spirit has a plan, we can go with the flow and allow it, or we can fight against it. But I want to say that when we fight against spirit's plan for us, which is autonomy, we do have autonomy, it can often cause more problems. So you can talk about how you know, this, you know, there's storms that wreck Odysseus' ship because he's gone against fate, or because, you know, there's a lot of this kind of, you know, or you could talk about the problems that happen in Carthage because Aeneas stops there and wants to settle there, but his destiny is elsewhere, and that causes quite a few problems too. So I think there's a point as well where is it Thetis? Maybe it's where Thetis is begging Zeus at the start of one of the books, and he says, even I as a god, I only have so much power to control fate. You know, fate is fate. I as a god cannot mess with that. So fate was above the gods. Fate was something that was higher in ancient Greece and Rome. And you did have autonomy. You could fight against it. You could choose a different path, but it's going to cause trouble. You know, it's going to make a mess. It's like when you change the itinerary, right? It causes problems. It causes chaos. But then I want to say that there is a space for chaos as well. If you think about Loki in Norse mythology, you know, chaos, or Kali in Hinduism, right? There's a place for the chaos. You have to factor in the chaos. That's part of the plan too. The way I see it is the universe is just one big machine, right? It's a machine like if you opened up a grandfather clock and it's got lots of cogs in it. This is how I depict it. And you are a cog in that machine. And you may not want to be in that place. You may want to choose a different path for yourself, which is fine. The universe will take you out and they'll replace your cog with another cog that kind of fits, right? It's still going to work, but it's going to be a bit more clunky and you can go over there. So that's my view on fate and autonomy. You do have autonomy, but going against fate is going to cause you more issues. If you're interested in my long-winded view on it. And why wouldn't you be? Maybe some of you are. I remember linking to... I remember a Greek reference coming up in your last reading, and a link to a blog I did about statues and the male gaze and all this kind of stuff, or female gaze in my case. Hey yo, and yeah, perhaps some of you are very interested in classics or mythology. Right, let spirit be your guide. Life is a mystery. Seven of Earth. That's Cappy had that. Friday, I'm in love. If the universe says Friday, then the universe says Friday, right? And it is Friday when your reading's going up. Oh, it's a tower moment. Tower moment. Fortune wheel. Oh, that's I was thinking about this the other day. These two cards together, that's chaos is a ladder. Chaos is a ladder. When things fall apart, some people gain and some people lose, right? But it's in the upright for you. All right. Oh, what's fallen off onto my lap? The Ace of Earth. Who had that? Scorpio. Yeah. When things fall apart, sometimes people get opportunities. Very, very good opportunities. You've got the Sun card there and the Queen of Fire. Yeah, there's something that's going to feel really right. So when things fall apart, when the tower crumbles, when those tower moments hit and impact you, I'm noticing all these stars falling off here as well. So go with it. What feels like a catastrophe, what feels like a shock, what feels like things are falling apart, is actually fate turning the wheel of fortune to bring in some kind of golden opportunity. With the Sun and the Ace of Earth, that's a golden opportunity. Very, very lucky, very, very fortunate. You're going to feel very passionate about it. You're going to know. This is like instinctive. It's not even like a intuitive knowing. This is an instinctive action based on thinking on your feet, being in the moment. Think on your feet, Queen of Fire. When this opportunity arises in some kind of moment of chaos. Wow, Aquarius, that was interesting. Let spirit be your guide. Life is a mystery. Go into the unknown. Everything happens for a reason. It's all part of the bigger plan, and roll with it. It's going to be to your benefit. Done. Okay, Aquarius, new year looks really good for you. Do take care of yourself. Watch out for your own self-destructive behavior, and I will see you again soon. Bye, guys.